I love Chinese food, and I often joke that I moved to China only so I could have authentic Chinese food. Chinese food, of course, varies greatly, not just from province to province, but even by county, town, village. But although I love Chinese food, I was surprised by many elements of Chinese food culture, especially the number of dishes served in one meal. At Chinese New Year 1989, our dean invited us to dinner, and his wife put 4 plates of food on the table. In the West, meals often only have 3 or 4 items, so I assumed that was all she would serve. But just as I was feeling full, she brought out 4 more dishes. When I took only a very small amount of each, the dean asked, "You don't like Chinese food?" I said, "I love it, but I've already eaten so much." He laughed. He said, "There's more to come." His wife was like a magician as she materialized 20 delightful dishes from her tiny kitchen. I learned from that experience to eat only small amounts of each dish to save room for what came later. A few years later, I was surprised that at a dinner at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing, they only had 4 courses. "We are being more frugal," a leader said. "Really?" I asked. "Maybe you'll serve 16 more dishes after the foreigners leave." In 1994, we invited Chinese neighbors for a traditional American Thanksgiving meal. As is common in the US, we only had about 8 dishes, not 20. But the foreigners were delighted by the roasted turkey, which I'd cycled for miles in the countryside to find. Susan Marie had also fixed seasoned stuffing and gravy, potatoes, vegetables, corn, homemade bread, special sauces, pies, cakes. Sue was quite proud of her meal. But unlike Chinese, she put everything on the table at once. Our American guest ate until they were stuffed. But the Chinese only ate a little bit of each thing. So Sue asked, "You don't like it?" Professor Huang said, "I'm saving room for the other dishes." Sue was shocked. "But this is everything." Professor Huang said, "This is all you serve for your most important holiday?" The professor's wife punched him in the shoulder. Boom! And Sue turned red, but she kept silent. But I wanted to say, "No, we have 13 other dishes that we'll serve after you leave." I didn't say that. Happily, we slowly learned more about Chinese food culture. And our Chinese neighbors learned about ours as well, and even asked Sue how to cook some of her favorite dishes. But most importantly, we learned patience and to not just tolerate, but even enjoy our differences.